Hello, I'm Peter Burton and Happy New Year to you all, and welcome to our very first State Focus for 2009. Hope you've all had a wonderful holiday and good luck to you if you're still in your swimmers and thongs enjoying a cool beer around the barbie. We have a scorcher of a show lined up for you all today with some huge names stopping by. Coming up, from serving time to writing school curriculum, a Wollongong hip-hop artist is next on State Focus. Welcome back to State Focus. Our next guest has been rescued from himself, to use his words. Big Dave Parsons has a rhyme about life many have not experienced. The award-winning hip-hop artist says he's changed his life for the better and is ready to share his new No Holds Barred album, Raw Stories Volume 1. How you going?
Yeah,
I'm
good,
doing
good.
all right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2009.
How was your New Year?
Yeah, good. Just spent it with a few boys, had a few nice cold beers and stuff, bit of a party. Brought it in with the family and the friends.
Lovely to hear. Now, it's your job to take us back. Tell us about what you've done in your life that's made you want to change it.
I've had a bit of a sort of a checkered past. I sort of got involved with the wrong crowd when I was younger, and I was living on my own and trying to survive, trying to pay the rent and eat and things like that, and still try and go to school. And so ended up dealing drugs and ended up in prison and using drugs as well. And basically the sort of things that don't make a successful life. And I sort of got to a stage where I had to look back at things and say, maybe I need to make a change.
How's the mind and body these days?
Much better.
Good to hear.
More cholesterol than anything else, but healthy. Yeah.
Listen, how excited are you about, I guess, this time in your life? In a couple of weeks, term 1 will begin. Tell us how you're going to be changing some rather precious lives in Canberra.
Yeah, we've got a program going called the Workshop. Basically, we're going to try and help some kids that have got the sort of same upbringing that we went through. There's a school in Canberra, it's called Galilee School, and they work with kids that come from troubled backgrounds. And since we're having a bit of success with the music, we're thinking maybe try and use that as a bridge to make connection with some of these kids and show them there's a different way and that there's more positive things in life no matter where you come from.
So did you ever think that you'd be writing objectives or a course outline or lesson plans?
No, I actually didn't even finish year 10, so yeah.
What are the issues that are affecting kids today?
A lot of these kids, they come from broken homes. They face a lot of drug and alcohol issues, violence in the home, neglect, things like that. And coming from houses like that, they sort of look for outside influences for role models and things like that. And the people that they sort of tend to find are other kids coming from the same background. And so, yeah, they end up involved with police and stealing cars and crime and those sorts of things.
You talk about leaving the bad habits behind.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that change that you want to instill in these young people when they do get back home or when they do get back with their friends? Because it was only up until a couple of years ago that you were only able to make the right choices yourself, or were ready to make the right choices.
Well, basically, I didn't have, I think a lot of the reasons I fell into the path that I fell into was because I didn't have any sort of positive influence. I was basically out there on my own, like these kids are. And I think if we can be that person that I didn't have and make a deep enough connection, we're hoping that some of them will at least keep it in their mind and learn the lessons that we teach them and maybe take them out there and stay on the path that we try and set them on. But there's no guarantees, really.
What about the emotion side of things? How ready are you to be able to deal with what I imagine would be quite emotional for young kids, or getting them to open up?
Hip-hop is actually a good tool in getting them to open up. We did a meet and greet with some of the kids and they were straight away, I think for about 30 seconds they were like, we don't want to be involved with this. And then bang, they were straight into it. And using hip-hop, something that they already love, it was quite easy to get them to open up. Obviously we're not qualified to deal with all the heavy emotions and that. We can do what we can, but we've got a psychologist, a qualified psychologist who's working on workbooks, and he's going to use that in conjunction with the counsellors at the school to sort of try and work together to deal with those emotions that we're going to probably bring up.
How are you coping though with 3 girls now? I should say congratulations on being a dad again.
Again, yeah, I've got a second daughter, so I'm coming from a house with a single mum and 2 sisters. Now I'm a father with a wife and
Are you
2
stressed?
daughters. Yeah.
Are you surviving?
I'm going all right. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it. It's a great experience.
I reckon you're loving every minute.
I am. Yeah.
Listen, I should say congratulations on Raw Stories
Thank you,
Volume 1.
yeah.
There is 5 more to come.
Yeah.
Your life stories put into an album. You said that if you're going to write hip hop, and talk about the injustices of the world, politics, that you're going to need to put your money where your mouth is, show and prove. So has it been tough for you to prove yourself, to deal with people who may have been sceptical about your past?
It's been hard for me to prove myself at first that what I was saying was true and real in the beginning, but you know, it's kind of been accepted now, and we've worked a lot with prison inmates, which we cop, well, we don't really now, but we did cop a lot of criticism for that in the beginning. Until we started getting help from people like Justice Action, a well-respected reform group in Australia, and we've even sent some letters to the United Nations, so people started to take us seriously there, and now we're sort of moving into helping the kids that we sort of think need a bit of a hand, and I think we've done a pretty good job so far, and we're getting our respect for it, yeah.
Can I ask you though, how fine an edge has it been for you not to want to return to the past and not want revenge or not want payback?
Well, it's in the beginning when I first got out of prison, it was very difficult. I did actually slide for a few months back into crime and things, and I was actually caught at a drug raid. And they almost threw me back in prison, and I just got together with my girlfriend Stacey, who's now the mother of my children, and the look on her face when I was almost thrown back inside was pretty devastating, because I'd fallen in love with her, so I thought, you know, maybe I'd better make a change, you know, and that's how I came up with the thing, she saved me from myself.
You've written a song as well for her, My Baby.
Yeah, I have. It's like a gritty love song.
How does a girl these days get a song written about her?
She stops you from going back to prison. Yeah.
Listen, you have prepared a bit of freestyling for us to take us out, to set us up for 2009. Thank you so much.
No worries, mate. It's good to see you.
Very nice to meet you. Congratulations on creating Raw Stories.
Thanks,
and here's to changing a few lives for 2009. And
fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Well, that is our first show for 2009. Here's Dave and his special state-focused ditty to take us out. A bit of freestyling. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye for now.
Sunday freestyles here on Southern Cross 10. I'm dropping acapellas, no pad, no pen. My tongue is magic like hocus pocus. Got my mind set straight, got my mind state focused. One thing's for certain, KP boys are lurking. Canberra Street poets, just ask Peter Burton. Mic in hand when they draw back the curtains. I'm true to hip hop, the original version. I like to get cheeky, I like to get naughty. I'll be spitting raps till I'm well past 40. If I didn't have a citizenship, they'd try to deport me. Find out why, go buy Raw Stories.